30, a song of David, a song of victory. This psalm is a beacon of hope. It reminds us that even in darkness, light will come. Even in sorrow, joy will return. David, the shepherd king, knew hardship. He faced giants, battles, and betrayal. But through it all, he clung to God. Psalm 30 is his testimony. It's a song of gratitude for God's deliverance. Life can be hard. It often feels like we are walking through a never-ending storm with no shelter in sight. The weight of the world can press down on us, making each step feel like a struggle. We face sickness, loss, and disappointment. These moments can leave us feeling empty and alone, as if the very essence of life has been drained from us. The pain of losing a loved one or the despair of a broken dream can be overwhelming. We might feel like we are sinking in despair, with no hope of rescue. The storms of life can be relentless, battering us from all sides, leaving us drenched in sorrow and uncertainty. Like David, we might cry out, "Oh Lord my God, I cried to you for help, and you have healed me." In our darkest moments, we seek solace and strength from a higher power, hoping for a glimmer of light in the darkness. David knew what it meant to suffer. He experienced the depths of human pain and anguish. Yet he also knew that suffering was not the end of his story. But he also knew the faithfulness of God. He witnessed firsthand how God could transform his sorrow into joy, his despair into hope. The dawn always follows the darkest night. He remembered how God had lifted him from the depths of despair. This memory was a beacon of hope, guiding him through future trials and tribulations. This memory fueled his hope. It reminded him that no matter how deep the valley, there was always a path to the mountaintop, and that path was illuminated by faith, resilience, and the unwavering love of God. Faith is a powerful healer. It has the ability to mend the deepest wounds and soothe the most troubled hearts. When we are faced with life's challenges, it is faith that often carries us through. It provides a sense of hope and assurance that we are not alone in our struggles. When we trust in God, He gives us strength. This strength is not just physical, but emotional and spiritual as well. It empowers us to face our fears and overcome obstacles that seem insurmountable. Trusting in God means believing that He has a plan for us, even when we cannot see it. You have turned for me my mourning into dancing. You have loosed my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness. This beautiful verse from the Psalms encapsulates the transformative power of faith. It speaks to the profound change that can occur when we place our trust in God. This verse reminds us that God can transform our sorrow into joy. Just as the sunrise brings a new day, faith can bring a new beginning. It can lift us out of the depths of despair and fill our hearts with hope and happiness. He can replace our mourning with dancing. This imagery of dancing is a powerful symbol of joy and freedom. It represents the release from the burdens that weigh us down and the embrace of a lighter, more joyful existence. Imagine a person who has lost a loved one. The pain and grief can be overwhelming, making it difficult to see a way forward. Yet, through faith, they find a source of comfort and strength that helps them navigate their sorrow. Through faith, they find comfort in God's love. This love is a constant presence, offering solace and peace in the midst of heartache. It reminds them that they are never truly alone, even in their darkest moments. They remember the good times, and gradually, laughter returns. The memories of joy and love shared with their loved one become a source of strength. Over time, the pain of loss is softened by the healing balm of faith, allowing them to find happiness once more. Section 4. Rejoicing in God's faithfulness. God's love is constant and unwavering. It is a source of strength and comfort in our lives, guiding us through both the joyous and challenging moments. When we take a moment to reflect on His faithfulness, we can see His hand in every aspect of our journey. He is always with us, even in our darkest hours. When we feel lost or alone, His presence is a beacon of hope, illuminating our path and giving us the courage to move forward. In those quiet moments of solitude, we can feel His comforting embrace, reminding us that we are never truly alone, for His anger is but for a moment, and His favor is for a lifetime. This means that while we may face trials and tribulations, they are temporary. God's favor and blessings, however, are everlasting. They are the constant in our lives, providing us with the strength and resilience to overcome any obstacle. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning. Psalm 30, verse 5. This verse is a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult our circumstances may be, there is always hope on the horizon. The dawn brings with it new opportunities and the promise of a brighter future. This verse offers incredible comfort. It reassures us that our struggles are not permanent and that joy will eventually return. By placing our trust in God's faithfulness, we can find peace and solace even in the midst of our trials. It tells us that our trials are temporary. Just as storm clouds eventually part to reveal the sun, our challenges will give way to brighter days. This perspective helps us to remain hopeful and resilient, knowing that better times are ahead. God's love, however, is eternal. It is a constant source of light and warmth in our lives, guiding us through every season. His love is the foundation upon which we can build our lives, knowing that it will never waver or fade. Think of a child who is afraid of the dark. In those moments of fear, the presence of a loving parent can make all the difference. The child feels safe and secure, knowing that they are protected and cared for. A parent's love reassures the child, bringing comfort and peace. This is a beautiful illustration of how God's love works in our lives. Just as a parent soothes their child's fears, God calms our anxieties and fills us with a sense of peace and security. In the same way, God's love chases away our fears, replacing them with hope. His faithfulness is a constant reminder that we are never alone and that we can face any challenge with confidence, knowing that He is always by our side. Section 5, a song for today. Psalm 30 is not just an ancient song, it's a living word for us today. It reminds us that God is near. He hears our cries and answers our prayers. No matter what challenges you face, remember God's love. Hold on to hope. Joy will come. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever. Psalm 30.